of Common Cause v. Union of India, 2018. The Supreme Court's Constitution Bench had already ruled in the Judicial case that the right to a dignified death was a constitutionally guaranteed right. Additionally, the court made it clear that the Judicial ruling did not convey the idea of passive euthanasia. Furthermore, the court highlighted the difference between different types of euthanasia, primarily active and passive euthanasia. It is stated that where active euthanasia necessitates an overt action to terminate the life of the individual, while passive euthanasia involves the act of removing life support to end the suffering of the individual. It concluded that the court's decision in Aruna Shanbag to rule that passive euthanasia could only be legalized through legislation was incorrect. Concerning living wills, the court determined that there was clear evidence of the adoption of the idea of advanced medical directives in India. The court went on to say that the ability to carry out an advanced medical directive was a move towards safeguarding the rights to individual autonomy and self-determination. A standpoint which showcases the best interests of the patient may be used in cases when patients are unable to make an educated choice, permitting a caretaker to intervene and decide the alternative on their behalf. This case went into great detail about the relationship between autonomy and liberty and the right to privacy, as it was outlined in the case of Justice K.S. Puttaswamy v. Union of India. In this case, the court cited passages from various judgments. The court even explored the relationship between privacy rights and their consequences for euthanasia. In addition to Indian cases, the court also referred to international court rulings. The court cited the decision in Re Quinlan, 1976, in which the New Jersey Supreme Court determined that, as the person's condition deteriorates, the interest of the state changes substantially, and the person's right to privacy with regard to their personal integrity grows greater. A guardian, including family members, spouses, or children, might do this on behalf of the patient if they are unable to exercise their rights to privacy independently. The ruling rendered by the European Court of Human Rights, ECHR, in the case of Pretty v. the United Kingdom, 2002, was also cited in this judgment. In this matter, the European Court of Human Rights came to the conclusion that a person had the option to prevent what they perceived to be an unpleasant and traumatic end to his or her life. In addition, the court ruled that such a decision would be protected by the right to respect for private life, as outlined in Article 8, Sart 1 of the European Convention on Human Rights. The court stated that the right to privacy mandated preserving the moral fortitude of decisions made by the individual in the private sphere of choices pertaining to death. The court held that the safeguarding of these fundamental rights was an extension of the right to privacy, as they were connected to the fundamental rights to life and personal liberty, guaranteed by the Constitution under Article 21. Landmark judgments referred to by the Supreme Court in Common Cause v. Union of India, 2018. Prathanam v. Union of India, 1994. In this case, Section 309 of the Indian Penal Code 1860 was challenged on the ground of being in violation of Article 21 of the Constitution of India. Concerning the then prevalent situation, the court bench led by Justice Banwari Lal Hansaria held that Section 309 of the Indian Penal Code 1860 was in violation of Article 21 and hence was declared unconstitutional. Also, the court decriminalized assisted suicide Jankaur v. State of Punjab, 1996. In this case, the decision in the case of Prathanam v. Union of India, 1994, was challenged before the Supreme Court. The five-judge bench led by Justice Jagdish Sharan Verma held that the decision in the previous case was wrong. The court upheld the constitutionality of Section 309 of the Indian Penal Code, 1860. The court stated that, considering Article 21 of the Indian Constitution, the right to life is included in it. However, when a question arises regarding the right to die, the ambit of Article 21 is not wide enough to include the right to die. Moreover, the court also quashed the legitimacy of passive euthanasia, as well as assisted suicide Aruna Ramachandra Shanbag v. Union of India, 2011. This case was the most significant instance that marked a breakthrough in the legislation regarding euthanasia. Passive euthanasia was legalized, and the SMT, Shankar's case rulings, were entirely overruled. The fundamental distinction between this case and the common cause case, which might be seen as a complement, is that in the former, passive euthanasia was made legal, whereas, in the latter, the right to die with dignity was essentially incorporated into the right to live with dignity. Airedale National Health Service,